Hello once again and welcome back. This is Brother Child, the spellcaster and psychic, a real gift of spells, going into the part 2 of this video, part 2 of cleansing and removing negativity and blocks, okay, from you and from your surroundings. If you just now tuning into this video and you have not listened to part 1, please listen to part 1 first before you listen to this video, okay? So if you haven't listened to part 1, I suggest right now you stop, you go to the part 1 of the video of cleansing and removing negativity spells and listen to that, then come back to this one, okay? Come back to part 2. Reason why I said I'm doing this video because, how should I say, like I said before on part 1, is that negativity, blocks, jinx, bad luck, all that stuff is like a germ, and at times it can be contagious, okay? It can be either sent to you by someone. Maybe they did it purposely, maybe they did it accidentally, and sometimes people can accidentally stumble across of it. Maybe it was somewhere they walked at, maybe it's something that they picked up, okay? And sometimes too, some people can block themselves. Yes, they can. If I'm gonna give you an example. If you in a relationship, let's say you cheated, or you've argued a lot, or you kind of negative in it, or you going through money matters, you created your own debt, you put your own self in debt, or you gambled all your money away, or perhaps you're doing spells yourself and really not knowing what exactly you're doing, or you may not have the correct stuff, the correct material that is, or proper material that is needed to cast spells, or you have no knowledge of it, or perhaps you done went from one spell and another spell caster back and forth, and it's just, you done blocked yourself up. It's just like, how people dry their clothes in the dryer, and you could dry them clothes in the dryer for so long, but then for some reason it's not getting hot enough because that filter done contained all that debris. Now keep in mind, it's supposed to be clean clothes. Now that filter done collected a lot of debris, a lot of lint and everything, so it's blocking that hole. It blocked it, so there is no heat coming through, okay? It's just like a door or a window. If you want fresh air, or you trying to get something to come in, as long as that door and that window is blocking it, you cannot get what you want to come in, because that door and window is blocking it. So you got to get it removed. You got to get it open. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why cleansing and removing is so important. Some people may do a spell and be like, oh, this may not work. Now, if you listen to my other videos before, what could block your magic spells, part 1 and 2, those explain some of the factors, okay? There's a lot of reasons why a spell may and may not work, okay? But also in certain situations, it is so important why people need, honestly, everybody needs a cleansing and removing. I'm being serious, because for the simple fact, let me give you an example. Some people don't think they need it, and they go from spell to spell to spell, or one situation, okay? Eventually, you're collecting a lot of stuff. You're collecting a lot of energies, whether they're good or bad, whether helpful or not helpful, okay? It's just like if someone smell bad, and their body is smelling bad, or they have not bathed in days, and they not fresh, okay? Let's say instead of washing up or taking a bath or a shower, they're gonna spray cologne and or perfume or some body spray or something and hoping to fresh them up. What they doing, they're adding more smell onto the what should I say, unfreshness that they already have. So what's that's gonna do? Gonna make that smell even worse. So at some point you have to cleanse and remove all that dirt and debris, because only thing it's gonna do is stain into you and make it worse. You know, so that's why usually at times getting a cleansing and removing spell is best. A lot of people have different spells to like, for example, I have things like to remove evil, obstacle breaker spell, and you know, different but the difference is there's a difference. Some people may have a little bad luck, you know, where they can use a little something. Some people have some hard luck, some hard blockages going through, that nothing is working through, nothing is going on for them, nothing is moving, or it's moving slowly. So they need some hard stuff. They need some strong spells, okay, to try to break through or crack through the situation, so things can try to get better in that situation for you, okay. Now, what I want to talk about is something simple. This is something for mild situations, some mild, you know, for people going through mild situations. Let's say if their home seems to be, what should I say, blocked or stuff like that, you know. And I'm gonna tell you another thing too. If people receive mail at their home, I feel sorry for certain people that's mail carriers, because they travel from place to place to place, and believe me, people put stuff on people's property, so the mail carriers is tracking it from home to home to home, okay. Now this is something mild, something a little mild, you know, to try to do a little cleansing, you know, and I hope it works well for you. This is something you can do. What you want to do, you want to get a clean bucket, get a very clean bucket, okay. What you want to do, you want to put at least 3 tablespoons of powdered nutmeg, okay. 3 tablespoons of powdered nutmeg, 3 tablespoons of kosher salt. Kosher salt, that's like them little rock pebbles of salt, not the powdered salt, but the rock pebbles. And you also want to put 3 tablespoons of coffee grind, not coffee beans, coffee grind, okay. You want to mix that all together in a bucket, okay, and let it sit there for a couple of minutes. And while no one is looking and no one is on the porch, you can pour that on your front porch, okay. If you have a back and a front porch, you want to do the back porch first, and then work yourself to the front porch. What you want to do, you want to throw the mixture on the back porch. If you have the back porch, do the back porch first. If you have a mop or a broom, you want to push that. You want to push that water. You know, you ain't got to have it drenching wet, but just a little wet. Get the porch a little wet, and slide that water off that porch away from you, okay. Slide it off away from you, okay. Then what you want to do, when you finish that, you want to turn around from the back, go back inside the house or the place that you in, turn around and don't look back, okay. Don't look back. Walk yourself to the front porch, okay, and do the same thing that you did in the back porch. Put the water on the porch, and then take that mop or that broom and slide that water off that porch away from you. Come back inside the house, turn around inside the house, and don't look back. Don't look back at the porch, and close your door, okay. Now, If you have any water left over, what you want to do, if you have any water left over, this is what you want to do. You can either pour it in your toilet, or I would suggest that you could pour it in your toilet, or what you could do, before you leave the porch that you clean, throw that water off. Okay, throw that water off the porch. Okay, into the sidewalk or something. Okay, so if you have a little water left, you think you have a little water left, then what you want to do is take that water, okay, and throw it off the porch, or throw it into the street of the sewer, you know, on the street, you know, if you have a sewer nearby, and walk yourself into the porch, back on the porch, back inside the house, and don't look back. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something else. You can do that same mixture. You can have a little bowl or a little cup with 3 tablespoons of nutmeg, 3 tablespoons of kosher salt, and 3 tablespoons of coffee, and sit your dollar bills or your change in there and let it sit for 24 hours. Okay, let it sit there. Okay, what you want to do, you want to take your money out after that. After that time, take your money out and let it air dry. You can use a little air dryer, whatever. And what you want to do, if you're putting it in your purse or your pocket and you're folding it, make sure the president's face is facing outward. Do not fold it. Do not fold it inward. Okay? You don't want the face covered. You want the face sticking out. Okay? So the face is sticking out. So in other words, you see in the front. Okay? You folding, you're closing the back side, but you can see the front. Okay? That also, them 2 things is to try to cleanse that negativity off your porch. And also, if you want to do that mixture in your house, you could do that, mop your floor in your house like that too. You know, if you don't have a mop or a broom, you could get a spray bottle, put the mixture in the spray bottle, and start spraying around the house. You don't have to worry about mopping inside the house like that unless you're mopping on the floor, but you can spray inside the house. Okay, and make sure nobody see you. And you want to make sure your area is clear. You don't want to be doing all that stuff and people walking around trying to, you know, disturb what you doing, because you're trying to clean away that negativity. You understand? And them energies. Those for things. This is for something that's mild situations, mild to do. If you got something stronger or hard and difficult, and it's a little bit too much for you, and it's too hard and stubborn, then you probably need to see a psychic, a real psychic, or a real spell worker that you can trust. I mean, don't get anybody. Get someone you can trust to help your situation. Okay? I hope this is helpful, and I hope this is enlightening for you, because I want everybody to be prosperous out there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just glad you took time to listen to this video. I will be making more. Once again, this brother Child from Real Gifted Spells. Only thing it takes is an open heart and open mind, so you and I can create magic together. See you again soon. Much love and blessings and prosperity I wish to you all. Bless you all.